What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Trading to Glory number 12. We've already got some profit today, and content just started 30 minutes ago. I went out and I sniped some Burge wins, got them all got a couple for 40k, got a couple for 50k, and a couple for 60k, just about in that range. I think I got one for like 37 was my best snipe, and I sold them all for a little over 70,000 coins just because I wanted to sell them quick. Don't want to risk them dropping in price. I got another one for 60,000 coins right there, and then we've got quite a few Liverpool players we'll have to sell on to the market as well. And the reasons that these Liverpool players rose is because of a new SBC that we're going to be doing during this episode, which is called what is it called? Where's it at? Strong Start SBC. Looks like Piemonte Calcio players are required in the Serie A one, and then Liverpool players are required in Premier League. I think that's our first Piemonte Calcio requirement of all time, so that's pretty cool. I imagine those cards are all 10,000 coins and ridiculous price. Liverpool aren't as much because there's more options at Liverpool for like that are just gold cards in general, so you could probably sell those on. I'm going to list them up for 4.8k each. I don't know if that's going to be a good deal in the long run, but I know that there's a lot of Liverpool players that are options, and I got this one for 750, so I'll just go 4.8. I know it'll sell, so I'm not having any issues there. I got a bunch of James Milners, picked them up on snipes, and got a couple of these James Milners actually on the... Got a couple of James Milners on the investment side for the team of the week that he didn't get into. So he ended up being in not being in team of the week, but still working out as an investment. So that's pretty cool. Just imagine how high in price he would have gone if he was in the team of the week as well. He'd be stuck at 10,000 coins all freaking week, which would have been a hell of an investment if you went in on James Milners. If not, you still made some good coins. As you guys can see, we're listing ours up all for 4.8 thousand coins, which I don't know if it's going to sell immediately, but I know it will sell because people will lazy buy these things as well. You can see they're already starting to sell a little bit. People will buy them. I got a couple of Lalanas for about 1,000 coins as well. Just pick them up right when the SBC drops. A little bit of rash investing. Got an Adrian here, and you make 4,000 coins per card almost, which is nice. And I gotta go ahead and list that Burge win as well. Got a couple more inform investments on my transfer list I've got to deal with, but these guys aren't really investments. I mean, they were just the SBC came out, the team of the week came out, and you snipe and you get some deals when the market's panicking. The team of the week's new. Nobody knows what to list the cards for. And I almost sniped another for 60,000 coins there. Just missed it. Nobody knows what to list their cards for. So some people just like, even if it says 75k, they'll panic and list it for 55k because they think he's dropping super quick, which, to be fair, he sometimes would be. But looks like he's selling for 75k right now, no problem. And I missed another snipe. Dang. I could be making a lot more profit right now if I was a little bit quicker. But I've already made a lot of profit on him, I guess, so I can't be too mad. I'll go 74,500 coins because I'm not making an investment in this card. I'm literally just flipping the card. We'll get into our investments here later in the episode, but I'm just taking my profit on these cards. There's no reason for me to hold them any longer. I mean, I'm making so many coins on them, and that should send us up to 1.4 million coins, and that's not even fully liquid because we've still got this Ndidi on the transfer list. We've got 3 Marcus Thuram's on the transfer list, and I'll talk about those because those are very important, guys. Marcus Thuram is an investment because if you take a look at, where's squad battles? All right, take a look at the new team of the week, guys. Right here, go ahead and view squad. Dybala actually did end up making it in, and so did Ciro Immobile. I think I have an investment of 1 Immobile. But Playa is in the team of the week, all right? Alassane Playa. He's a striker, he's French, and he's from Mönchengladbach, okay? He's got 79 pace, which isn't a lot, all right? He does have 4-star skills, which is good, 3-star weak foot, but he's also got 81 dribbling, he's got 85 shooting, he's got 80 passing, and he's got 77 physicality. Not an insane card, but a usable card. A very, very usable card for Playa. And if people pack him in their rewards tonight, which should be around 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is why I'm going to get this video out as soon as I possibly can today, probably sometime around 5 p.m. Eastern, which gives you a ton of time as investments. Go ahead and invest in complimentary links with these guys, and those will go up in price if people will actually use the card. And I think that if people pack player in their red player picks, not like they can sell them onto the market, all right? They're forced into the club, and people want to use him in their team most of the time. People will want to use Playa. He's a decent card. Who are they going to link him with? All right? There's literally a very good card that is a hyperlink to Playa in form from a couple weeks ago, so he's not in packs. The Bergwijn sold. All of my Liverpool players sold. I still got him sell. Thuram. Thuram is a hyperlink. That's literally a hyperlink in the same position. And this card is insanely good. Only downside to this card is the 3-star, 3-star. But, like, generally, this is a really, really good card. I guess the balance isn't very good either. But, I mean, if you look at those base stats, like, those are pretty dang good and appealing to players. And he's only 21,000 coins, 20,000 coins, and 22,000 coins I got him for. And I'm sure there's still going to be more time to actually pick some of these Thurams up. So I'm going to pick them up. They might rise slowly throughout the day. But as people get those rewards tonight, I'm going to sell it tomorrow on Thursday. People are building their weekend league teams. Marcus Thuram, I think, is going to go up in price quite a bit. So I'll go ahead and pick up that one with a Fook. I was trying to get that one with a Hunter. That was a really good deal. But I'll go ahead and pick up a couple more at 22,000 coins. Who is sniping these Thurams? Chat, stop it. But yeah, Thuram, I'm going to pick up some more of him. I missed a couple snipes there. Getting a little bit triggered because I've already missed some Bergwijn snipes. And now I'm missing Thuram snipes. I'm just too slow right now. But yeah, that's the idea for this episode. I'm going to sell the rest of my Liverpool players and we'll get into some more investments. I've gotten some of my Thurams, finally getting some of these snipes. I've got, I don't know, 12 of them, something like that. Decent investment there at 21 to 22,000 coins, I think. Try to get as many with Hunter cards on them as possible because that's a good chem style, good for Tech Avion, which I've explained in previous FIFAs. Haven't really got into it much in this FIFA too much. But, also got one on bid there as well. That Baggio went for 685, not a great deal. SEN went for 650, which is, that one's a decent deal because I bet you could probably sell that into weekend league hype. Nonetheless, that's not the only investment Thuram is as a complimentary link. Thuram's not the only one. There's a ton of them. You just got to find the team of the week cards that are going to be packed in and going to be used. So some people were saying, all right, go ahead and get Matuidi for Dybala. And I was like, yes, that would link. All right. And that could work if they're going to play Dybala at like center forward, center attacking mid. But he's naturally a striker. I think most people will play him as a striker. I don't know if that's going to work too well. And then you also have to consider the fact that he's going to be the best pull out of the team of the week. How many people are really going to get him? That's not going to be a lot of people packing Dybala. And even if they pack Dybala, are they guaranteed to get Matuidi? So I didn't really like that as an investment. But they did also bring up the fact that Matuidi could link with Immobile. He could link with Alejandro Gomez. And then he could really link with Theo Hernandez because of the French and both in Serie A. So that is another one that could work out. Matuidi there could be an investment. And then you've got Nelson Semedo as an inform. And if that gets packed, like if I packed that, I'd definitely use it. Although he is a right-footed player playing left back, I think it would still work really, really well. I think he'd be a pretty good card. He's got a 3-star weak foot, which isn't the worst. And when you think about links to him, you could think just Ter Stegen and goal, but I think the best investment is going to be Goncalo Guedes at left wing, because when it comes to left wings in La Liga, you kind of go from Eden Hazard and then there's a big drop. And obviously people aren't going to get Eden Hazard to link with Nelson Semedo, or very few of them will, because it doesn't get a strong link at all. Goncalo Guedes does get a strong link, and Goncalo Guedes is a good player. He was 5.2k yesterday. I think he's 6,000 coins right now, and he's only been below 6k on one day during all of FIFA 20, and that was yesterday. So I think definitely Goncalo Guedes could be a prime investment for complimentary. I think people would definitely pick him up. Looking at the rest of the team, we've got a PSG player to link with Verratti. You could link Verratti with not Matuidi, could you? Matuidi is at Juventus, but Matuidi would get the weak link with Verratti. And then you've got Bergwijn. Bergwijn is definitely a card people will use, a very, very good card. So you've got cards like Inform Malin, which personally I think he's a little too obvious. People have had their eyes on Inform Malin all week, and when they saw Bergwijn, they were like, all right, that's a hyperlink, and people are going to buy that. Maybe Promes, maybe Tagliafico. In the long run, he could even go up because of this Bergwijn. People are going to start building maybe Eredivisie teams if they have Promes already, and then they pack Bergwijn. You could definitely see Tagliafico getting picked up from that. Looking at goalkeeper, we've got Hradecky, 85 rated, so it's a little bit higher, so less people will pack him. Same thing with Verratti. It's going to be a little tougher to pack those guys, but linking with Hradecky, you got to think Jonathan Tah as a usable 83 rated card, or just Bundesliga center backs in general. Any guys on the bench that are really usable? Adama Traore right here as a right winger back, or right wing back. I'm not sure about his links because he's a right wing back, and although the card is pretty dang good, I mean, he's got 97 pace, 81 physical. He's got amazing agility and balance. His shooting's pretty low for an attacker, but for a right wing back, it's pretty high. The thing is, he's got 40 defense. It's like, where do you play this guy, and how do you fit him into the team? I'm not sure. Maybe people bring him off the bench more. I'm not sure what they're doing for links with Adama Traore. Another card that could go up is what the chat's saying is Memphis Depay. He obviously gets the weak link here with Verratti, but then he also gets a weak link with Bergwijn. So Memphis Depay could possibly go up from those weak links. Definitely an idea for an investment. And this is just to combine your Thursday flipping investments with another reason they'll go up. Now, pick up cards that are meta, all right? Obviously, that's your first goal, is pick up cards that are meta that are going to be used in Weekend League. But to add to that, will people be buying them because of Weekend League rewards? And I think that the cards that I mentioned are definitely having a bigger chance of going up than just any random meta card. Like if I wanted to go out and invest in, let's say, Inaki Williams. Inaki Williams is a good card, but does he get any links to anybody in this team? No. Does that mean that Inaki Williams is going to not go up? No, he'll still probably go up a little bit because people want him for their Weekend League team. But the cards that link to these guys will go up more. So even though you're making a good investment, could you be making a better investment? And that's why I'm showing you guys this method, complimentary links with Team of the Week. Go ahead and get in on that every single week, and it's going to be working really, really well now because we've got Weekend League rewards. This is the first week that we've been able to do it. We haven't been able to do it until now, which is why this video comes out today. I picked up my investments now. I got 25 Thuram for the investments for Thursday flipping. That doesn't mean you have to go with Thuram. It doesn't mean you should go with Thuram. Go with your own cards. I listed a couple earlier in the episode when we were looking at Team of the Week, but hey, you could have some ideas for yourself. Go for them, all right? You don't have to tell anybody else. Go for those investments. I told you why. I got your mind in the right spot, what you're looking for. Now you can go ahead and pick up cards you think might be good links with players that'll get, people will get out of their Weekend League rewards, which will happen, I believe, at 8 a.m. UK. Once again, just get that in your guys' head. The other investments I have on my transfer list aren't as relevant, but I do have an Ndidi. I want to see how much he rises out of packs. That's why I only have one of them. I want to see how much he rises out of packs and how quickly, so I can use that for future reference. And then I got a Gerard Moreno. I only have one of them right now, but I plan on mass investing in him, similar to the Thuram. I plan on mass investing in him, but just not quite yet, because he's still 15,000 coins. And the reason I like him is because he's been out of packs for a while now. He was in, I think, maybe the first Team of the Week. And in the third Team of the Week, we saw Santi Cazorla. And if you guys haven't noticed, they get a hyperlink together. They're both from the same club, same nation. And Gerard Moreno is a right mid. Santi Cazorla is a center mid. They are going to work really well with SBCs that require maybe 2 informs in the SBC, maybe more. And with Premier League Player of the Month, probably being Aubameyang, maybe being De Bruyne. Either way, they're both really expensive cards that are going to need high-rated teams and probably some informs. I could see them going up a lot with those SBCs. So I would suggest maybe picking up some investments in them. The only problem with it is I don't know when they're dropping the SBC for Player of the Month. They were a little bit different with how they did it in the first one, with Pookie dropping on a Wednesday, which has never happened for Player of the Month before. And then Pookie ends on a Wednesday as well. So Pookie's ending this Wednesday. However, I believe Player of the Month is getting announced on Friday. Now, they have announced it in the past and then not dropped it till later, but I'm wondering, are they going to overlap the SBCs for 4 days and just have Aubameyang, or whoever it is, Aubameyang, be in the SBC on Friday while Pookie's still in till Wednesday and they're just both in SBCs, which is possible and there's no problem with that? Or are they going to wait until Wednesday when Pookie SBC expires and then immediately drop the next Player of the Month afterwards? I'm not sure. It would just be a random guess from me. I'll let you guys know when I do know. But that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. We had 2 episodes of Trading to Glory dropping on the same day. It's the first time we've done it this year. And I'm probably not going to do it much ever again. I just think there was a lot of information that needed to be said. And I needed 2 episodes to come out. I didn't want to wait for this episode to drop tomorrow morning because then you wouldn't have had a lot of time to really get your investment. So I wanted to drop it in the middle of the day today, or I guess it's a little later in the afternoon for you guys in the UK, but you get the point. One last thing before we end this episode is about questions from last episode's, this morning's episode's comments. And I got a lot of comments like, how did you know this card would rise? Oh, no, these cards are only rising because he's uploading videos on it. No, that's not the case. And doesn't even make sense if you think about it because I sold them before I uploaded the video. But nonetheless, I'm going to tell you why they rise, and I'm going to tell you what you can do in the future so you're prepared this time, because I have uploaded videos on it, and you're like, oh, well, this is for Sunday night bidding. You uploaded on Monday, and you uploaded on Tuesday. That's too late. I can't make profit on this now. Yeah, but how am I supposed to make Sunday night bidding videos if it's not Sunday night? Of course I'm going to have to upload that on Monday because, I can't upload on Sunday because it hasn't happened yet. But nonetheless, I'll tell you what I did, how I knew these cards were going to rise, and what you can do in the future to make profit. So Kevin Vogt was one of the main cards, him and Lisandro Martinez. And this card was going for discard price, right? He was going for discard price during Sunday night bidding. I was getting him on bid for 650 coins consistently. Right now he's about 2,000, maybe 2.1 thousand coins. Now let's just go ahead and set my max price right here. And bidding 650, and I was getting maybe 80-85% of the cards I bid on, which was awesome. And I got about 50 of them. And just 12 hours later, the Vogt was 2,000 coins. And I started to sell the cards. And I uploaded the video, and people were like, well, you're uploading this video too late. Now we can't make profit. Guys, the reason I knew this card was going to go back up is because he had never been below 2K. He'd never been below 2,000 coins at all during FIFA. I think the lowest he had ever been was like maybe 1,800. So I knew he was going to go back up. I knew he had demand. Not only is he good in game, but he's also good for SBCs. All right, so he's a good card to pick up during that time. And if I'm getting him for discard, there's no risk at all. All right, and then I picked up Lisandro Martinez. This card a little bit riskier because Lisandro Martinez had been below 2K at some point during the year. There were 4 days, I counted them 4 days since the release of early access, 4 days that he was below 2,000 coins. All right, and they were random days. They were random. I didn't know why they were cheap those days, but they were random days in my eyes. And I was getting him for 1,200 coins and less, down to 750 coins, probably an average of 1,000 coins. The next day, when Vogt had already risen 1.4 thousand coins, he had already tripled in price. Martinez had only risen 200 coins. I looked at that card, he was only 1,400 coins, and I was like, well, I'm selling all of my cards right now because they've all risen except for Lisandro Martinez. So I said, all right, well, he's only been lower than 2K for 4 days throughout the entire year. I'm going to hold him another day. 24 hours later, you know what he was? He was 3,000 coins. Why is that? This card is used in SBCs. He is an Argentinian center back from Ajax. You know what that means? He's used in the advanced SBC where you need 11 different leagues but one country, all right? So Lisandro Martinez has demand for that. If you take a look at his card, if you have an Eredivisie team, if you've got Tagliafico in your team, if you're going with Bergwijn and Malin and all those guys, Martinez is a pretty good center back from the league, so he's usable as well. I knew he had demand, and I was patient. I waited, and I sold them all for 3,000 coins almost. And yeah, he's dropped back down a little bit. He's down to about 2,000 coins again. That's still profit from what we bought him for, even if I waited this long to sell him. And next week, I can do it again with Lisandro Martinez or Vogt. I try to pick a different player every week, but I might go with a couple of them again. I went with, I believe it was Victor Ruiz one week. Then I went with Vogt and Lisandro Martinez. I'll choose something else next week. Maybe I'll go Valbuena or something. I don't know. But That is how it works, guys, and I wanted to answer your question before the end of the episode. So hopefully that helps you out for this weekend, because I'm uploading it before Sunday, and it'll help you guys with your investments on that day. Maybe make a couple $100K on Sunday night this time. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.